About to start. Hello guys, good night to everybody that it's already in the live. It's still not 10, but it's almost 10. And let's prepare then for this live. Let's see if we manage to do this fast. So guys, welcome then to the live of the 7 month with the XPeng. Here I am again, as in every single month since the start of the channel and since I got my XPeng. So as usually, let me just start by saying that if you have any question that you want me to answer at the end of the live, leave on the comments, leave on the chat box, so that we can then go through them at the end. Okay. So again, welcome and thank you very much again for being here, for following the channel, for supporting the channel also. So as usually, let's start by what happened during the last month. So during September, it was a very full month. So you know that I got invited by XPeng. So probably you saw some of the videos, but to resume the story, I got contacted by someone from the marketing team of XPeng, and that person then invited me to go to IAA, explain me what was going to happen, and I accepted. So as I said on the first video, the first time I doubt if this would be a good idea, because as you know, I created this channel just as a owner, someone that is just reporting what I have with the car. And I got a little bit in doubt if I should go and accept the invitation, because some people could think that this could be some way to pressure me to do only good reviews or stuff like that. But then as they said that I would have the opportunity to talk with some top executives and to teams that develop our cars and to ask them the questions that I wanted, I decided to go. I decided to take that opportunity because it was an opportunity for me. And I went there and it was really good. So I was everything, so the accommodations, travel plans, all the information that they provided me, all of the things were very, very, very concise and well prepared. So I felt that I went with someone, and it was good. They did allow me to talk with all the people that were there that could be interviewed. There was no requirements in terms of the interviews, just the time frame, so hour and day to the interview. I was getting emails from their staff, so it is a big operation. It's crazy how they work, because it's a little bit different than Europeans do work. They had their own team. Even the cleaning team was Chinese, so everybody with ear things to talk with each other, so many people coordinating everything, so around the clock, everything working like it was planned, at least I think. So we got in the first day, it was nice because we saw even before the fair was open, so it was nice to get to see the preparations and all that thing before opening. And we had the opportunity to make some recordings of the cars of XPeng and understanding what would happen. So it was very nice. I was very happy with that. The interviews went very well. So there was no scripts, there was no requirements for prepared questions. They were able to answer to everything. So as you know, I went there with a list of questions, but then I realized that I was going to talk with people that are on their silos of work, so the design team, the ADAS team. So I had to prepare myself to separate the questions for those interviews, so that I was not asking to the ADAS team something for the infotainment or something about self-driving to the design team. So there was this preparation, and some people from XPeng helped me divide the questions. There were some doubts on some questions that then they promised answer by email, but they were really great. So I had a great time. I met a lot of people. I felt strange, as I said already in some videos, because there were people coming to me and saying that that they knew me from the videos. I never had that before, so I was always an unknown person around. Only my family knows me, and sometimes they even skip me. So it was really strange. So I'm sorry for all the persons that came to me, and I just replied like nice, because I don't know how to handle these type of things, and for me it was very new, that thing. So anyway, thank you very much to all the persons that came to me and that wanted to talk a little bit and show some respect and confidence of what I am doing. So thank you very much again for all those persons. So it was nice. I got that information. I met people. I was with Arthur. It's already a friend. I consider him a friend. I did already podcast with him. So it was nice. It was a fun experience. And that's it, guys. So basically, if you have any question also about the IAA or the interviews, let me know. But I think that I tried to put on videos everything that happened since the vlog and also the interviews. Everything is there for you to see in the channel. So I believe that everything was documented and it's very clear. But anyway, then there was this discussion, and the focus of the meetings and the discussion was about Xpilot and the XNGP topic. Many people still don't understand this topic. Let me be very clear. So from what I understood, and I may make mistakes and I may not also understand sometimes the things. I am not techie on automotive. But it was for me very clear. So XPeng decided to strip down European cars, mainly due to costs and because it was not needed, because we are very late in terms of legislation for the self-driving capabilities. So it was a management decision. They are trying, and from the conversations that I had around, it seems that it's at least a part of the things are getting faster, the decision. So because I believe that most of the manufacturers are already talking about that, and so the European Union needs to move on that, and they seemed very eager to deploy XNGP. So currently we have Xpilot, that is the small kit, let's call it like that, that only has a couple of functionalities. It works differently than the XNGP. So I already saw many videos on Chinese cars, and I will have also a video on next month about that, because I will talk with a person that imported a Chinese car, and he's trying the car and showing me everything. So the way that the ADAS system works is completely different. So it's very similar to what you see on Tesla. So with the cameras drawing as soon as they are walking, drawing everything. So it's not as cartoonish as we have currently on the Xpilot. And they are eager to deploy that in Europe. As soon as it is allowed, they will start testing. There are many people, some people say that at the end of 2026, some others say as soon as it is available. So I think it will depend. Probably as soon as we have the authorization from European Union for laws, so the law environment allows that, they will start testing and then deploying to a couple of users. So for that beta group that exists, there are the user committee and stuff like that. Those guys will get, for instance, the software first. They will test, they will provide feedback, and then when it is ready, it will be deployed to everybody, including me. But I will believe that it will be during 2026, almost for sure. But let's see. Then the question will be, how much does our hardware can take from these new systems? I would say that for the next 2 years, it will be enough. But anyway, I had to make the question about the possibility of change of chips. The answer was a positive one. If the market demands, why not? So I do believe that we have all doors open. So I do believe that we can be happy with the answers on that. So it's just a matter to wait, to be following. I saw that Australia was talking about releasing now full self-drive. But I have been trying, together with some Australian colleagues and friends, to understand the legislation and what changed, but we are getting to nowhere. So basically, we got information that it's not that the law changed. It seems that Tesla is saying that they don't see anymore any blocking points, so they are starting deployment. But it's not clear, because there are already some areas saying that no, there is a blocking point. You cannot do that. So it's crazy. But we know how Tesla usually works. Or it's not Tesla, but American companies are somehow different than European and also Chinese companies. And as we saw already with, for instance, the dash cam topic and also the Sentry topic, the Chinese brands and manufacturers are very they do not put themselves in risk or their customers, and they don't want to put themselves in front of the law. So if it is not clear, they don't move. So I would prefer, as I said already in some videos, that they would be more pushy and more risky, so they could move forward a little bit more, as Tesla sometimes do, because I am a owner and I would love to have the software and more features in my car. But I also understand, because it's China, and we know that European Union and China, sometimes this doesn't work. So it's also politics, and I don't want to go in that way. But I do believe that it will come. Then another topic that was talked about this month was my first maintenance. So the 20K maintenance of my car. As you saw, I don't have nothing to complain or to say good things about, because in Portugal there is still no service point from XPeng. So the importer of the XPeng cars doesn't have still. So let me try to explain. So we have an importer that is Caetano, and then Caetano creates different companies that are managing then different brands. Okay, so Caetano that is managing Hyundai, there is Caetano that is managing BID, there is another Caetano company that is managing XPeng, but they are more or less independent, and they need to create their own infrastructure to do their stuff. But as they still don't have the service point, the offices for the XPeng, they made an agreement inside the group, inside Caetano, to make the maintenance on the Hyundai service points. But it was a little bit strange. So what it seems is that they are paying a fee for them to receive our cars, and then we are paying the maintenance. So this is the agreement. But it's not a corporate thing. So basically, Hyundai people, Hyundai employees are not taking in consideration that these cars are also for the same group. You know how sometimes these corporates work. And so it seems that they do not feel the shirt. Well, they don't have a shirt for XPeng, so of course they don't feel it. So I felt a little bit like an alien arriving to a new planet. But the service was made, or at least I think it was made. They cleaned my car. It was really nice cleaned and very smelly, so it was okay. But I don't know what they have done. So they fixed the two things that I mentioned that were more than what was planned. They did fix it, but for the rest, I don't know what they did. And I made the video, you saw it, so I do believe that we need, as a customer that it's paying for a service, we need to get more information about that service. That's my only complaint. The rest, I don't even know what to say about this. Then you know, guys, that there are some changes already regarding the SIM cards. So it's not clear what is happening. So let me try to explain. So I made the video. You probably saw it already for the service, but I am still getting mixed reports from people. So there are people saying that they did already the service, but now the chip is connected, so they are using the what's my IP address and stuff like that, and now the car is connected to Hong Kong or to China or whatever instead of Belgium or Orange, that was the original supplier, the SIM card supplier. So everyone still has the unlimited data plan. Okay, it seems that there was here some doubts on that, and some people understood incorrectly what I made in the video, so I still don't understand why. But data plan is still unlimited. They are changing the SIM cards. In some places they are getting the information that after the change they will get 6 months extra on top of those 12 months initially informed. So I got informed when I bought my car that it was 12 months free internet. And after that I would have to pay, but they didn't have any information on that. But it seems that in some places they are already telling that they will get more 6 months, and then they will have to pay a plan to XPeng, or people can then select their own service provider. Okay, so the topic is this. So they are changing the TBox, the SIM cards part. Some people are saying that it's a physical SIM. Some others are saying that it's a eSIM. So it's not clear, but it's happening. So it seems that also in Spain, they are already making these calls. In Portugal, I don't have any information about that. I talked with the dealership. He was not even aware. So it is what it is. So you just know that it will come someday. Okay, guys, let me remember that if you have any question, leave on the comments, so that or on the chat, so that we can then after I go through all this stuff to start answering everything, because if I don't have then questions, I will end, of course, the live. Okay. So basically, this was the information. The videos that I made, I did a lot of videos this month, but I also had the IAA. I am trying to do more videos, to give more details, to go a little bit more in detail in a couple of things. So I do have already some videos prepared. And that's it, guys. So let's now talk a little bit about the consumption and cost savings and all of that from this month. There is a couple of things that I would like to discuss on this. So let me just change here. Okay, so here it is. So basically, I did charge my car always at home this month. It was around 660 kilowatts that I have charged. I changed my electricity supplier, and I got an even cheaper price per kilowatt. And now on off-peak, I have a 0.08 cents plus VAT plus taxes. So taxes, it will bring it to 0.10, 0.098, okay? And so I did spend 65 euros this month for charging, okay? And how many kilometers I did? Well, 3,195 kilometers. So a lot this month. So I did use a lot the car this month, even though that I was in Munich a couple of days. But you can see that I took the information from the car, from the app, the XPeng app, so for every single day. But if you see, so probably the 30th of September, you see here that it's in a different color. I still don't have that day finalized on the app, at least when I prepared the Excel in the middle of the afternoon. So as you know, each day then it takes a couple of hours to be then the information is collected. So probably only tonight or tomorrow I will have these on the app and I can update. But currently I have 161 kilometers of misalignment. So this means that if I sum up all these kilometers and I compare with the real odometer of the car, I am missing 161 kilometers. I already noticed that this sometimes happens. I don't know why. I mentioned this to the infotainment team that was here with me on the interview that I have had with them. They said that they would look at that and they asked my help also. But I will now start recording in some days, so it will not be every day. I will record the final day, so what I did, so that I can compare then a couple of days after with what happens in the app, so that we understand if there is here a problem with the communications and if they are losing data or not, so that I can provide that information also to the XPeng team. But you see that I am missing 161 kilometers. I know that I didn't made only 73 on the 3rd of September, but it would not be more than 70 kilometers, something like that. So I would miss still 90 kilometers. So it is very strange here. Okay, but anyway, I am still going to follow this as it is. With this information, so basically there is also something that I am not understanding on the app in terms of consumption. Let me just drag here these so that you can see. So you know that on the app you can check per day, but you can check also per week. Okay, and per week you see here that I took out this information, and this is not eating correctly to the app. So if I just sum up from 15 to 21, the kilometers are okay, so they are showing correctly, but then the consumption it is not. So it says here 20 if I consider only trip, it says 18 if I consider also 20 if I consider both, 18 if I considered only the trip. But then there is another number there that is only on the trip. There is a number on the app that is related to just the driving part. But even that, it gives me 17. But I have, for instance, from the 15 to 21, I have like 16, something like that. So I don't see how to match the numbers that show in the app on the energy consumption to the real figures, but I do believe that this may be because of regeneration. But I will try to take these. This is a gimmick. This is something that I don't know if it is important or not, but I do like to have this information correct. And if this information is then provided to us, it should be correct. So I need to understand what is missing here. So probably I am doing the math incorrectly, but I need their help to understand what is being showed in the app towards what is then the correct calculations, because I am not even calculating this with different data. I am just using data that it's on the same app, and I don't see the numbers matching. Okay, but I will handle this with the team on FX of XPeng, and if there is the need, I will do a video about that. But anyway, let's go here. So the average costs for this month was €2 per 100 kilometers. Again, very cheap. There is nothing to deny on this. Having an electric car is cheap for the running costs. There is no doubt on here. So nothing to say. And comparing with the average cost that we have here for September for diesel, that is 156, and considering my previous car that was around 6 and 7, but I am considering 6 liters per 100 kilometers. This month I saved €234. So currently, after 7 months, I already saved only on diesel 1,370 euros. Okay, this is money. This is money. Okay. Another thing that it's very strange is that today or this month, my charger wall box is stating 660 as I put here, and the Xpeng app is reporting 656.20, so there is almost no deviation. This is strange also, but again, I don't know if these numbers here on the app are correct. Okay, guys, so this is the situation as of September. Okay, I still think that it's very cheap to run an EV, and for this amount of kilometers, the car still performs very well. It's amazing, and it's very cheap to do it. Okay, so back to here to the plan. Let me talk a little bit about what will happen next month before going then to the Q&A. So next month, there are some changes. Not changes. So you probably saw I released a video today explaining the memberships and stuff like that. So I will not go through that because I also saw that there is no big interest on that topic. But it's important just to clarify that channel still free. Everybody can see the videos that I do about my car, about the functionalities, everything still be free. No questions about that, so don't worry about that. If you want to know more, just check that video. Everything is clarified there. I was about to celebrate the 4,500 subscribers of the channel because I had 4,501 before starting the live, but now I have 4,499. So that's why we don't celebrate these types of numbers, because then we get in these type of situations. But anyway, let's continue here. So the channel will continue exactly the same. I will create now two different types of videos. One that I explain on the memberships that are the behind the scenes, but forget that. But I will also try to create, it's not a podcast, okay? I would not like to call it a podcast, but I will do some X talks, let's call it like that. So I will try to talk with owners, with people related to Xpeng, with importers, dealerships, and anything that I feel that deserves to be shared. Also, I will do it. So I have already 3 X talks planned. I don't know if I will be able to do them or not, because it depends also on other people. But one of them will be with a person that bought an XPeng G6 from China, imported the car. So we will talk with him about what was and how it was to import a car from China, how it was the process of converting then the software or making the car work in Europe or all of that. So we will talk about that. It's going to be cool conversation. I will also talk with the dealership to understand how he is feeling the interest of the public in Portugal in this case, but to understand what are the difficulties, what are the doubts, what people are more afraid of when they talk about Xpeng. And I will talk also about the situation of the user committee and all the user groups that are helping Xpeng to get information from Europe. So I will talk, I will make a video about that. So about this information flow that it's going to Xpeng and how these can benefit us. And I will try to talk also with the user committee in Europe, that it's helping a lot Xpeng to tailor the software and fix the bugs, and they are the link between us owners and Xpeng, so they are doing a very good job, and I want to talk with them and so that they can explain a little bit their work, so that we know, and so that we know how then to help them to help us after. Okay, so these are the plans that I have for the channel for new content. Okay, so the normal content will still be made, and these are the new things that I will do. So guys, this is it. I don't have anything else planned. So I have started this series of videos about how I use the car. So instead of just teaching you how to use each functionality, I am just showing you how I use those functionalities during my day-to-day. So I released already the settings, and it's about to come tomorrow, the X combos, and the day after I will talk a little bit about multimedia and Android Auto that I use, and also the external cast app for the multimedia. So those two videos will come out soon. I will also test a couple of charging situations so that we can see also, because I never did those types of videos with my car, because usually I charge at home, but I will start charging outside so that I can show you also what it is to charge the Xpeng. So I will do a couple of tests on charging situations so that you can see. So it will come in the next days. So during October, I will try to do all that. So let's go for the Q&A. I don't see many, so let's see what we have here. And it seems that we will close these soon today. So I have here Gary. Thank you, Gary, for the comment, the chat. So getting mine in a couple of weeks, coming from a Tesla Model S. Okay, no need to cover your eyes, because I do believe that it's a great car. I think from watching your videos, they really need to look at implementing Waze and Google Maps natively instead of Android Auto. Well, Android Auto, it doesn't block them to have Waze or Google Maps natively in the infotainment, because the infotainment itself, so the system, it's an Android system, so they could have Google Maps and Waze, and even a better route planner and many other apps. So I don't know. I plan to ask them also on the infotainment system, the team of infotainment, that I forgot to ask them about that. Because in the beginning, on the G9s, I think it was only on the G9s, I may be mistaken here, when I arrived to Xpeng, this was already over. There was the possibility to use ADB to sideload apps in the cars. But it seems that now it is blocked. But I would like to understand why it is blocked, if it is just for security purposes or why. Because that could be a solution to have Google Maps directly on the infotainment and also Waze. But to be honest, we could have that over there instead of Android Auto. I believe that it would be exactly the same, because when I press Android Auto, it's Waze there automatically, so it would be exactly the same touches on the screen. But I do believe that then you will end up having or missing the information coming from the car. So as you know, these types of cars need to have a navigation system that can provide then a planning. And again, Xpeng is very, very focused on the nav app that is present on the car. And I do believe that it got really better from these last updates. And I know that they are focusing on that also. And they will now fix, because it is being in beta tests, some POIs and how to search and get more results from Google in the TomTom navigation system that is currently on the cars. So that will solve already that topic. And I think what is missing then, it's live data. But that will probably be difficult to have, at least from Waze itself, because then Waze would not be used by anyone. But I understand what you are saying. But this is not a limitation of, or nothing against Android Auto. So I do believe that Android Auto should be there also, because Android Auto is a different app, is a different platform that can evolve by itself. And then adding new apps to the infotainment system could be something that they need to look at. I agree with that. Then we have here Mziabu. Sorry, man, I don't know if I said this well. Well done. My question for you is what your views on XPeng's slow rollout of different models, particularly on right-hand driving market. In the UK, we don't even have ambient lighting. I don't have an answer for you. So I know that they just entered UK a couple of months ago. So it's very soon still. And yeah, they need to homologate. They need to create a different branch in production because it's not building cars for left-hand driving. It's different. So it's not only the wheel, but it's also lights. Many things are different. I know that in Australia they have it also, so probably it's the same. But I know that in Australia they are taking a lot of time to deliver also. So probably they are still having problems on producing those cars, and that's why probably they were a little bit more cautious entering on the UK and promising more. About the ambient light, I don't know, man. I don't know really why. I don't know if there is any law because, again, this is very complex. I talk with a couple of people off topic of camera on the IAA, and they really told me that it's a mess. So they are used to also handle different regions inside China, and sometimes there are some differences on what they can do. And for instance, the full XNGP cannot be used in all places in China. So they also have that there. But the European Union is a mess. And I know that you are not now on that place, but it is clear that we are a mess. There is a law, generic law, but then each country has a new line saying that that law is like that, but we need to consider something more. So it's not easy to homologate cars in a market that it's so different, so differentiated between countries. So I believe that it's complex. I do believe that we need to give them time to be here and start accommodating more, and the production gets, because I do see XPeng as a very recent and fresh company, and they are very quick and fast entering in the market. At least in this last year, they are very fast entering in markets. But this takes time, right? So as I said, I have my car for 7 months. And we still don't have an office to make maintenance of the car. So, of course, they need to take this in consideration. We cannot make excuses, but we need to understand, okay? So we need to pressure them for better service. We need to pressure them for why not having this. I am fighting with XPeng Portugal to understand why I don't have dashcam when it was released for all Europe. And I still don't have dashcam in my car, and I am trying to understand why Tesla has and other manufacturers do have it and can use it, and XPeng in Portugal is saying that it's because we don't have it because of the law. So I don't understand why the law is different for one manufacturer and not the other. So unless it is clear that XPeng is doing something wrong with the dashcam in the cars, and then I can focus my attention to XPeng and ask them to correct that so that I can have that functionality. I am trying to understand what the hell in the law is blocking my dashcam, but it is a reality. Okay. So we have Michael here. Michael, I don't know how to say your name, but thank you very much. Michael is the biggest supporter of the channel, okay? So thank you very much again for that. Joined late, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate your work as future XPeng G9 owner. Thank you very much, man. I know that you appreciate because you already demonstrated that, and I am really grateful for that. I am just recording, man. It's really funny because I started this because my wife told me why not, because I was complaining that there was no videos on YouTube exploring in details XPeng, and I decided to buy an Xpeng anyway. And my wife told me, if you are a geek, why, if you are complaining about that, why don't you start making movies about that? And I was like, no, I don't want to show off in camera and talk about that. I am not English. I'm not English. I don't know how to speak English perfectly. And doing just in Portuguese, it will be a very small channel. I know that this takes a lot of time, so I was a little bit afraid, but I decided to do it. And the funny part is that I am having a lot of fun. So I am now learning more. I am getting used to do this, so more videos are easier to do. It's easier to record. And I am having a lot of fun. And I really take this appreciation from you guys that demonstrate that, not only by supporting and donating, because I try to answer to all comments, and every time that someone says, you were one of the reasons why I got my car, I get scared, but at the same time, I feel gratitude for that, because I did something to help that person to take a decision. So thank you very much again. We have here PS Pierman. I just got my G6 yesterday. Whoa, as a freshman. It's a great car and wanted to say thanks for your videos. They have been really helpful to learn about the car. Thank you, man, for that. It's a pleasure. Really, it's a pleasure. 10 people in my office have all asked for tour of the car today. I had to take 2 groups out to drive the car. And they all wanted to see the self-parking, which I learned from your channel. Yeah, the self-parking works really well. Today I tried it again when parking. Most of the times I forget that we have self-parking, because I do like to park and I do like to drive. And even though that I do a lot of videos about self-driving and self-parking and all of that, I usually like to do it manually. I am still a guy that does that. I know that the advantages of those features are great, and sometimes I do use it. And today I use it because I was in a strange situation, and the car was popping there that there was a place there, and I just clicked it, and the car did park perfectly. It did a couple of maneuvers, but it was perfect parking. And I do believe that the self-parking is really, really good. And I can tell you that I am a little bit envious about, or jealous about, the guy that I just told that I will do an X-Talk, the guy that imported the Xpeng from China, because he doesn't need to be, for the remote parking, he doesn't need to press the button on the app for the car to park. But that is probably a law, again, in Europe, that makes us click on that ridiculous button to make the car park, but it is really great. But yes, so do present, try to ask for Xpeng for a reference link. So guys, you know that I thought already so many times about this. Tesla made the best marketing thing around, so they were clever on this. They putting a reference link to every single owner makes that every single owner is a salesperson around. So everybody that is making videos, for instance, has a reference link there, and they get money from every car that they sell. I can imagine if I had a reference link for Xpeng, if I was already rich or buying my new P7 that I want, and I want a new P7. So Xpeng, offer me one or give me a reference link, something like that, so that I can get my P7. But it was a crazy idea and very good idea for marketing. And I believe that if Xpeng made these type of situations that you are now referring to, that you have 10 people looking at the car, maybe you would be pushing them to buy Xpengs. And I don't want that to happen. Of course, I believe that people need to buy the car that fits them. I don't like to be forced or tricked to buy something that then it doesn't make sense. But this is good. This is good. And I think that Xpeng can only grow if we show off our cars in the street. I do see more Xpengs in the streets. I live in a very small, I don't know if this is called a village, next to Lisbon, but there is a G9, a black G9 around that I already saw a couple of times. I always flash them when I see them, and I think that the lady that is driving thinks that I am crazy. But I do like to say hello to other Xpengers, but she doesn't answer to me. but well, okay. So, and then we have here Phobix saying, when do you release the XCombo video? Tomorrow. So tomorrow I will, the video it's already prepared. It's there in the channel currently only for members, so early access for members, but it's tomorrow. I can tell you at what time even. So I have it here. So the X combos. So I made a video already about X combos, so how to create and stuff like that. But these are just the X combos that I use in my car. Probably even most of you already use something like that. Let me just check. It's 7 a.m. of tomorrow. Okay, so 7 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah. 7 a.m. tomorrow, it will be released, my X combos video. Okay. Ivo. Yeah, I know, man, but he was saying that. Oh, but Ivo, are you in Portugal? So Ivo is, of course, you probably don't understand. So Ivo said that I am missing the wonderful shirt. It's because of Sporting. It's my club. Ah, okay, it's Norway. And my football soccer club is Sporting Club Portugal. And today was the game. Unfortunately, we lost. But I made one video with the shirt, and he replied to that, and now we are just playing about that. And he's saying that he made now the first year maintenance, and they already took the SIM card and they put a eSIM. Okay, so it seems that it's a eSIM, and he is from Norway. Ivo, you should try in the browser to check what is my IP address. There is a site for that gives you from where you are connected, because there are people reporting that now they are connected to China with the new SIM card that they are putting there. And let us know if they told you something about the extended time of free internet, or if they gave you already prices for the future or any indication. Let us know also. And that's it, guys. So I have here Henrik. Hey Hugo, love your videos. Have learned a lot from them. Do you know anything about the possibility of getting 5G in the G6 facelift? Heard they will give customers the opportunity to switch to 5G. Okay, I don't know if the eSIM that they are installing now, well, the eSIM itself could be 4G or 5G, or I don't know. But from what I understood, the hardware itself supports 5G. I'm not sure, okay? But this is the change that they are doing on the old cars. Let's call it, I hate it to call old cars. Okay. I agree. I believe that the new ones, the 2025 ones, what's called the new ones, already have this new TBox there. So probably they already come with an eSIM. So I do believe that if the hardware already supports 5G, then I don't know if the card that they will put there is a 5G enabled card, or if you can then, after the 6 months, so Ivo is saying that they gave more 6 months for free. So after those 6 months, you need to pay them to have to have internet from their SIM, or it seems that you can install your SIM or eSIM to the car. And then, of course, if the hardware allows, then you can, of course, put a 5G eSIM there. So I will put, if I have the opportunity, it's going to be a 5G also. Okay, so let me see here. So Michael said that Michael can be, it's perfectly okay. No need to say it in Polish, but if you want, it's more like spelling Michał. Michał, okay, very cool. Okay, very nice. I just learned something today now. Okay, guys, so I see that there is no more questions, so I think we will close for this live. I just need again for say thank you again for all the support that you guys give the channel. I had this month a couple of, let's call it internet fights with some people. And because of that, I just want to say sorry for if I offended someone in some way. I don't like this type of stuff, but I know that when a channel also grows to this level, sometimes I am tired, people are tired, people are not agreeing with sometimes what I do. So sometimes we get in some situations that are not perfect. So from my side, sorry. But it is like this. So I'm just a guy, I'm just doing my videos. I am just a normal person with a family that I got a car, I just drive it, I record it, and I just publish them on YouTube. Yes, I am getting already money from YouTube because of that. But believe me, it's going to be hard to get rich from that, or even buying my new P7, it will be hard from YouTube. But so I will still work in my free time. But that's it. So guys, thank you very much for everybody that is just a viewer, for everybody that is a subscriber, and of course, many thanks also for everybody that donates or supports as members in the channel. But thank you for all of you. And again, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye from me.